As part of Operation Midnight Hammer, the U.S. struck Iran. The strike had two components. B-2 Spirit dropped 14 GBU-57 Massive Ordnance Penetrators, 30,000-pound bunker busters, on two different sites, 12 at Fordo and 2 at Natanz. Also, 30 Tomahawk cruise missiles were fired from a submarine at Isfahan. While officials did not confirm during the briefing, the only vessels in the U.S. Navy capable of launching such a large number of Tomahawk missiles simultaneously are the 4 Ohio-class nuclear-powered guided missile submarines, SSGNs. According to reports, USS Georgia was involved. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how USS Georgia pulverized Isfahan Nuclear facility. Before we proceed, a word on NordVPN, which is one of the most trusted and fastest VPN brand that has a no-log policy validated by Deloitte. NordVPN provides a 256-bit encrypted tunnel that protects your privacy and also enables you to access contents that are blocked based on geolocation. Its threat protection system helps you avoid phishing, scams, and malware. NordVPN application is available for all the major platforms as well as browsers. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal with massive saving by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The Isfahan Nuclear Technology Center, INTC, also known as the Isfahan Nuclear Research Center, stands as one of Iran's most important nuclear facilities. Located in central Iran near the city of Isfahan, this sprawling complex supports multiple operations across the nuclear fuel cycle and research domains. This facility is central to Iran's nuclear ambitions, bridging mining, conversion, fabrication, and research. Its production of uranium hexafluoride UF6, uranium dioxide UO2, and zirconium supports both civilian reactors and Iran's broader nuclear capabilities. Isfahan also includes multiple research reactors and labs like miniature neutron, source reactor, heavy water zero power reactor, light water subcritical reactor, as well as graphite subcritical reactor. USS Georgia is an Ohio-class nuclear-powered submarine. The U.S. Navy has 18 Ohio-class submarines, 14 ballistic missile submarines, SSBN, and 4 guided missile submarines, SSGN. In 1994, the Nuclear Posture Review Study determined that, of the 18 Ohio SSBNs the U.S. Navy would be operating in total, 14 would be sufficient for the strategic needs of the U.S. The decision was made to convert 4 Ohio-class boats into SSGNs, capable of conducting conventional land attacks and special operations. As a result, the 4 oldest boats of the class, Ohio, Michigan, Florida, and Georgia, progressively entered the conversion process in late 2002 and were returned to active service by 2008. USS Georgia is 560 feet, 170 meters, long, and displaces 16,764 tons. A single General Electric S-8G nuclear reactor, turning 2 steam turbines, provides up to 60,000 horsepower to the sub. Powered by this, the USS Georgia can move at a speed of around 25 knots, or 46 kilometers per hour, or 28 miles per hour. Being nuclear-powered, it has unlimited range and endurance, limited only by food supplies. USS Georgia is equipped with a slew of sensors. The surface search, navigation, and fire control radar is BPS-15 AI/J-band radar. The sonar suite includes IBM BQQ6 passive search sonar, Raytheon BQS-13, BQS-15, active and passive high-frequency sonar, BQR-15 passive towed array from Western Electric, and the active BQR-19 navigation sonar from Raytheon. Kollmorgen Type 152 and Type 82 periscopes are fitted. USS Georgia carries a lethal payload. It has 4 21-inch, 533mm torpedo tubes and can be used to accommodate Mark 48 torpedoes. For Operation Midnight Hammer, the submarine's massive land attack capabilities were used. The submarine can accommodate 154 BGM-109 Tomahawks in 22 groups of 7. Tomahawk is a long-range, all-weather, jet-powered, subsonic cruise missile. It was designed and initially produced in the 1970s by General Dynamics. At least 6 variants and multiple upgraded versions have been introduced since then, including air, sub, and ground-launched variants and conventional and nuclear-armed ones. Tomahawk uses a liquid-fueled turbojet engine because it enables greater range than a rocket engine of roughly the same size. A slower speed also makes low-altitude flight more viable, which in turn makes the missile much more difficult to detect by radar. The missile is very accurate. It employs TERCOM, terrain contour matching, DSMAC, digital scene matching area correlation, and GPS. Depending on the variant, the missile has a maximum range of 1,550 miles or 2,500 kilometers. Over the years, the missile has seen many upgrades to keep it relevant, Block 5 being the latest one, introduced in 2021. Block 5 has 2 variants, 5A, Maritime Strike, and 5B, Joint Multi-Effects Warhead System JMEWS, which was most likely used in this mission. JMEWS was first announced in 2010 and tested in 2014. It is a 2-stage warhead that combines blast fragmentation and enhanced penetration in one warhead. It is able to destroy a wide variety of targets, soft targets like parked aircraft as well as hardened ones like bunkers. During an August 2010 test, the initial stage of the warhead created a hole large enough in a reinforced bunker for the follow-through element to penetrate the concrete target and pass through 2 witness plates. The United Nations nuclear chief Rafael Grossi told an emergency board meeting of the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, that while no one, including the IAEA, is in a position to have fully assessed the underground damage at Fordo, it is expected to be very significant. At Natanz, he said, the U.S. hit a fuel enrichment plant. At Isfahan, it destroyed several buildings, including some related to the uranium conversion process, while the entrances to tunnels used to store enriched material were hit. The USS Georgia stands as a formidable symbol of American naval engineering and precision strike capability. Iran currently possesses no equivalent platform at sea that can rival Georgia in stealth, firepower, or endurance. More critically, its air defense and naval systems remain largely incapable of reliably detecting, tracking, or intercepting precision weapons like Tomahawk. The submarine can unleash from hundreds of miles away, often without warning. This strike launched from Georgia underscores its continued strategic relevance. This highlights the submarine's ability to operate deep in contested regions while supporting multi-domain operations, including land, sea, and cyber warfare. By remaining submerged and virtually undetectable, the Georgia plays a vital role in enabling surprise, survivability, and escalation dominance. In an era of increasing global instability and anti-access threats, the USS Georgia reaffirms its role as a cornerstone of American power projection. Its presence sends a clear message. The United States retains the capability to strike decisively at a time and place of its choosing from platforms that remain beyond the engagement scope of most adversaries. While a delicate ceasefire seems to have been reached, it remains to be seen how things pan out.